Okay, it's time to draft for the divisional round. The 8 remaining quarterbacks, our confidence in them, it gets more difficult this time because there are some very good quarterbacks playing this weekend. Here's the trivia question to determine the first pick. Chris, there will be 5 Heisman Trophy winners on the rosters for the Titans-Ravens game. Name them.
Okay, well, Derrick Henry, Marcus Mariota, Mark Ingram, RG3, Lamar Jackson.
Wow. What color is blue?
Well, yeah,
you got it. Where's the horn?
That was
no horn for Simms?
No, they played the music. You just can't hear it. You're in a garage in West Virginia, okay? But I heard it.
Go ahead and make your first pick.
My first pick is I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. That's my number 1 pick. And this is not an easy number 1 pick this week, like you said, but I have the most confidence in him. One, because, listen, I'll continue to argue it's not all about any one of these guys. We got to stop all this damn quarterback crap is the only reason a team wins and loses.
Well, then why are we doing this draft?
I don't know. I don't produce the show. It's your show. Rein it in, all right? but I will say, Mahomes, I do have tremendous confidence in him. I mean, first off, I think he's the best quarterback in football at this point. He's played in a lot of big football games. He's never seems phased. In fact, he just makes biggest plays in the biggest moments. It doesn't matter. And then I take into account, of course, the talent around him and Andy Reid's record and track record with a bye week. All those things just make me think, man, Mahomes, this Kansas City team, their offense are going to come out firing on all cylinders, and I have the most confidence in him to come through whether the offense is clicking or not. I think that's why I pick him 1. Even if it's not clicking, I have confidence he will make the plays to make it look like it's clicking for all of us.
And it is amazing when you think about how the Chiefs entered the season as a Super Bowl contender, short list, Chiefs-Patriots AFC Championship game. That's what we all expected. And then Mahomes got injured. The Chiefs hit some adversity, lost some games at home, and we just kind of forgot about them.
I still feel like they're kind of flying,
There's still this weird sense.
Right.
Yeah, they're under the radar.
Right.
They're the only team from the Final 8 last year that is back in, and I agree with you. Patrick Mahomes is the guy who has the playoff experience, almost got to the Super Bowl last year, and I think that positive outcome of last year, even though they didn't make it to the Super Bowl, it's not like it was his fault in overtime.
That's
he
right.
never got on the field. So I agree with you with the selection of Patrick Mahomes. But the MVP this year, and it should be unanimous, and it won't be because the All-Pro selection wasn't unanimous, Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, just because of the fact that he is the most phenomenal overall athletic quarterback, running and passing, led the league in touchdown passes, 1,200 rushing yards, rested and ready to go. And even though he got a taste of the playoffs last year and lost, I think things are different this year. I don't think last year's game really counts because I think Lamar Jackson, and with the assistance of Greg Roman, the Ravens offensive coordinator, I think he's found a higher level of performance than what we ever saw last year. And I think that he is physically unstoppable. I'm not worried about the fact that he lost last year. If anything, I think that's going to make him more motivated and more driven to get it right this time around. So, and it's not going to be easy. I think, I'm starting to think, Chris, and I don't know which one. I'm starting to think one of these 6 seeds is going to win on Saturday, either Minnesota or Tennessee. I think the Titans are going to give them everything they can handle, but I think that's going to prompt Lamar Jackson to find an even higher level of performance.
Yeah, well, I mean, go ahead and pick them when we do our picks podcast later today, and it'll be airing tomorrow, 7 and 8 a.m. Pick it. Make it happen, okay, big boy? But I hear you with Lamar Jackson, and I agree with you that, last year's only going to help. The playoff experience, the loss, all of that. And this Ravens team is just is leaps and bounds better than last year. And the offense is more complex, too. They have more answers and more wrinkles and little things to do. And he's more of an effective passer than he was last year, too. So Lamar Jackson, fresh legs, 2 weeks off. He might have 3 rockets up his butt this weekend. I mean, he's going to be flying around. I can't wait to watch him. All right, this is where it gets tough. Damn, it's tough. But I go with, Aaron Rodgers. I have
wait. Challenge flag. Because last week he was like I think I grabbed him around 3 or 4. How are you grabbing him in round 2?
I'm reassessing, okay? I'm reassessing for a number of reasons. I mean,
because he played so well last weekend?
Well, you know what? I didn't love what I saw from Deshaun Watson and that offense. Yeah. That scares me a little bit. I don't have a lot of faith in Seattle's offense other than Russell just taking big shots. I'm not sure about their run game. One thing I know is Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay is usually really damn good and really tough to beat. And the one thing I do know is for what I call the greatest quarterback ever, and he's a gunslinger, nobody takes care of the ball better than Aaron Rodgers. He's got the greatest touchdown-interception ratio in the history of the league. He had the best one again this year. He is phenomenal that way, and that does help me trust him. And, of course, he's playing against Seattle, and it's not a great secondary, as we know. And Green Bay can protect the passer. So I look at that and go, man, it's tough between Rodgers, Watson, Wilson. I get it, but I think I trust Aaron Rodgers more than any of them, just a smidgen more than Russell Wilson.
Smidgen?
Smidgen.
Smidge or smidgen? Is
Smidgen.
I don't know. I got to look that one up.
Look it up.
Rhymes. All I know is it rhymes with pigeon. All right. Russell Wilson is going to be my next pick.
Yeah.
Because of and we did this yesterday, Peter King and I did it with coaches. I look for those Super Bowl rings. I'm going to err on the side of that past performance. And we've seen it from Aaron Rodgers. We've seen it from Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He won the Super Bowl 6 years ago, was back there, and but for that one unfortunate play call at the end of the game, could have had 2 in a row. So Russell Wilson, the guy who makes the offense go in Seattle, be interesting to see what kind of defense Mike Pettin dials up for the Packers. You chastise Jim Schwartz for not taking away the pass and forcing the Seahawks to run. But this week, Marshawn Lynch, another week better prepared to be in football shape. Maybe if you do take away the pass, Marshawn Lynch lights you up, and then you adjust to that, and then the passing opportunities are there. Either way, Russell Wilson's ability to avoid pressure, spin out of trouble, make things happen, extend the play, get rid of the ball, or just flat out run it. I got a ton of confidence in Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, it just, of course. He's amazing. And you know what? You're right about Marshawn Lynch. But if I'm Green Bay and Mike Pettin, I'm still doing it going, no, I'm going to protect my corners. I'm playing pass defense. Show me that Marshawn Lynch is ready to play football that way. Show me that Seahawks run game is ready to get off the ground and really start dominating once again. I would call their bluff if I'm the Green Bay Packers, so that'll be interesting to see. But, yeah, Russell's awesome. I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson. Yep, he's the next one. I mean, come on. When you talk about these matchups, Watson versus Mahomes, Wilson versus Rodgers, holy cow, is that amazing. I mean, that just alone is really great. But Deshaun Watson, last week, again, I have confidence in Deshaun Watson because if the team around him, the offense is not working, the defense has a great game plan, like Mahomes right now, it's like, okay, great. But does that mean you're going to stop Deshaun Watson? I don't know if it does. Oh, hey, we got a home free on a blitz. Oh, I don't know if it matters. He might break the tackle and throw a 50-yard pass. I mean, he's just phenomenal that way and a superstar. And it's really cool to see this new era of young quarterbacks kind of making their first playoff runs and establishing, their legend status a little bit here early in their careers.
So it comes down to this.
Oh, baby. Oh,
is it
baby.
Kirk Cousins or is it Jimmy Garoppolo? Right? And look, Ryan Tannehill, you're going to be the last kid picked in the playground today because you only threw the ball 15 times last week. So if your coach doesn't have confidence in you, we don't either in the postseason.
Right.
It's Garoppolo
it's Baltimore,
or
too.
It's Cousins.
Right.
And let me tell you, here's the bottom line.
Yeah.
We saw 2 great throws from Kirk Cousins in overtime. I didn't like his demeanor on the sidelines, the final drive of the game.
Here goes psychoanalysis. Here we go.
Just telling you, all I can do is make conclusions based on what I see. All right,
Dr. Florio. Go ahead.
And in the first half, it wasn't great. And I think the Vikings are trying to will Kirk Cousins to a higher level of performance. Even though Jimmy Garoppolo has never played a playoff game, he has played playoff-type moments this year. The 2 games against Seattle, the game against Baltimore, the game against New Orleans, and to me that outweighs 2 throws made by Kirk Cousins in overtime against the Saints, so I'm going with Jimmy Garoppolo.
I get it. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, I think has answered all the questions this year. Plus, to the point we talk about, he's got a great offensive coordinator and talent around him and all of that. And he really, hasn't been fazed by any big moment really all year long, and I get that. I think Jimmy Garoppolo will take off right where he left off after that Seattle game with a hot hand. And we're going another round here, right?
Yeah, let's do it after the break.
Okay,
let's do it after
fine.
the break.
Let's do
so
it.
we
Okay.
don't have to rush
Because I'm
it.
picking Kirk Cousins, baby. Here
Shocker.
we go, Kirk. Hey, you like that,
Well,
Florio? You like that?
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.